Hey guys, Douglas Hill here, Remax. Over the past 30 plus years, I have looked at thousands of homes and I've seen a whole bunch of really bad drywall. And I'm trying to get into those people's heads. Why is the drywall less than professional? And so today I'm going to walk a mile in their shoes. I can only imagine that people didn't want to buy the drywall tools, didn't want to take the time. Maybe they don't have a drill, maybe they don't have all the drywall tools they need, but a lot of patches look as if they were done by hand. You know who you are. I know I've seen your drywall work. Well, we're going to do better than that today. We're going to do it without professional tools. I recommend professional tools, but we're going to do this without professional tools. We're going to find kitchen tools in your house. Okay. And we're going to do this with the California style. Okay, let's mark it up again. I'm sorry. Yep. This is what we're going to score, and this is going to go all the way through like that. There's a score here and here. And we're going to cut right there. Okay, so let's try this kitchen knife again. Just going to score the paper. Okay, so far so good. And we're going to score the paper again. Okay. Let's see what we got. That's about right. Okay, we want to score the paper again just inside this line right here. Both sides. Try not to chop your fingers off. Okay, just snap it, and then you're going to pull the gypsum off the back there, throw that away, snap another piece, peel the gypsum off, snap another piece off. Okay. Okay, so far, we're doing this without any power tools, and we're doing this with kitchen tools. So next, we want to take your wife's spatula. The trick is it does have to have a flat edge. We're going to take that and apply some drywall mud. I'm having fun right now. Okay, and you want to put this on liberally. We do call this a California drywall patch. Okay. Next you want to apply the mud to this paper. Okay, so you got a chunk of drywall in here. You're going to fit it in, and then you're going to take your spatula and you're going to smooth out this paper. Okay. Take off the excess. Make sure it's smooth. And you want to make sure that the patch is not sticking out from the wall. It should be, if anything, flat or slightly inside the wall. And that's the first step right there, using kitchen tools. We're going to let this dry overnight, and then we'll come back and put another coat of compound on. Okay, we're back, and this was the California patch that we did yesterday, 24 hours ago. It's all dried, and now what we want to do is take a broad knife and knock down any little high points. And if this was a bigger patch, I would probably try to blend in the ridges, let that set up. But today, I'm just going to build and skim over the whole thing. And thank you for reminding me, this is not a kitchen tool. This is a regular professional tool. I promised you I'd use kitchen tools. So here's my spatula. I'm just going to apply some mud. And you're probably thinking, well, how's he going to smooth this out? Is he going to use a rolling pin? Like make pizza dough? No. I found something else in the kitchen. It's where my son did his homework, and I found a ruler. Honey, I promise I'll wash this and I'll bring it back home. But all we're going to do is grab it and bring it down like that. Let that set up, then we'll do the same thing one more time. It's pretty easy. Okay, we're back, and this is the patch where we're doing the kitchen tools, or what you can find in the kitchen. And this is looking pretty smooth. There's a few little moon craters in here. It's smooth enough I don't have to knock it down with I usually knock it down with a sharp blade, or in this case, a spatula. But I need to put another coat on it, and here I've got my spatula. I'm just going to put a little mud on this side over here. And take it and pull it the other direction. First I pulled it down, now I'm going to pull it across. Add a little more mud. Okay. Okay, we're going to leave it just like that, and then we'll be able to sand that down. It's kind of messy, not a whole lot to hang on to, but it comes out with a pretty smooth surface, so keep that in mind if you don't want to spend money on tools, or you just have that one little drywall patch you want to get done. So we're going to let this dry and then come back another day. Okay, it's time to sand our kitchen tool project, California drywall repair. And I know what you're thinking. Is this guy going to bring in a cheese grater? No, I'm not going to do that. I thought about it, but I am not going to do that. But I do have a technique I used to use in environments where it was required to have very low dust, like working around computers or people with allergies. So I'm going to use a sponge soaked in water and squeezed dry, so it's just damp. So we are going to sand it down with a sponge. Let it dry. Then prime it and see if we got it right. A patch does not always turn out perfect the first time around. But if you have ever bought a new home, you know even a new house has a lot of point up for drywall. I saved a piece of drywall and took it down to the paint shop and had it matched. Let's see how it looks. Okay, let it dry down and we will take a look later. Okay, the paint is dried in, and I know what you're thinking. It doesn't match this paint up here, but this is a different color than the rest of the wall. It seems to match really well down here. Thank you, Lowe's, for matching the paint up for me. Now the real test is to turn off the lights and cast a light from the side and see if it has any defects. A little bit of a line right here, and some previous paint runs. But overall, that's not too bad using kitchen utensils. This can be touched up right here with a little bit more joint compound. But overall, it's not bad. From this angle, you can probably see a little raised area right there. Not bad. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe